All right, so you guys have seen me grill on this and stand. There's one on the other side, but in here, open it. This is our safety locker. We have in here spare dock lines, life jackets. These are basically what is required by the Coast Guard to have one per person on the boat. So we have 10 life jackets on board. That might seem a little excessive, but we'll probably keep these on board, and this is in a carry bag, and that will go in dingleberry. Also, what is required is a throwable. This on the back says it's U.S. Coast Guard approved. So this is a throwable we can throw to someone that went man overboard. We have a floating SOS beacon. So we can deploy this if we go overboard, let's say in the dinghy, or if we're just floating. This will have a strobe on the top so people will be able to locate us via the air and sea. Because this will be a lot easier to see, that flashing beacon, versus just us waving in the air. And in here we have, this is what we call our ditch bag. We're still trying to put it together. It's by ACR, but it's a rapid deployment bag. On the sides we've got a spot for an EPIRB over here. Another Coast Guard requirement to have on the vessel is a horn, and that's what this is. It's a compressed air can. You screw the horn on top and you hit the button and you'll hear it. This side, open it up, we have a throwable ring. We tie this to the boat, we take this bag and throw it, this ring will float, and a person can get it and pull themselves back to the boat.
How much line does that ring have, would you say?
That's a good question. 70 feet.
That's not bad.
So we have these guys, which will fit on our life jackets when we get them. We're going to get special offshore life jackets where it will have a manual fill tube, and it goes right in here so it affixes right to your life jacket. What this does, so I don't know if you can see it or not, it's a...
Yeah, we can see it.
And then there is a auto put a whistle. People will be able to hear it. There's his and hers. So those will go on our life jackets when we get those. Also, this is a must for this vessel. And this is an emergency signaling kit. What we have in here are flares, day flares, night smoke flares. We have a aerial gun, so we can do aerial flares. Minimum requirements for this boat. Mirrors, so you can signal. So those are not required, but we have them because we want to make sure that we are safe. So we'll pack this back up here. And that's what we have in our safety locker, plus some. We will also go down below and I will show you, we need 3 more items. It's one item, but we need 3 of them. And that is fire extinguishers. So we will go down and I will show you, we've got one right by the companionway, and we'll go over that. And except for navigation lights, which are already affixed to the boat, that's all we need for safety gear on Free Spirit. Met all the Coast Guard requirements and exceeded them with all of the safety gear we have on board. Talk about fire, because fire is never a good thing on a boat. It's like the worst thing you could have. Now that we're down below, we have 3 of these exact fire extinguishers. And we have one mounted right here that's easy access to the galley and engine room. And this is an ABC, and there is a rating on here of, oh, here it is, an A1 and a 10 BC, which means it's equivalent to how much water it takes to put out a fire. So this will put a pretty decent fire out. And again, this is over what the Coast Guard requires for our boat. And this is the last, and it requires 3 of these on our boat. we are above and beyond the Coast Guard requirements. And I've got another fire extinguisher over here that is an older one that is just a B and C. And I've dealt with these enough, and a great way to test them is if you turn them upside down, you'll feel everything down inside. You see it kind of, so, and this is only a B and C, it's not an A. If there's a fire, you betcha I'm going to use them. This is the 4th fire extinguisher we have on the boat. They should be serviced every year. This one is, I believe, way out of date. Yeah, 2017 was the last time it was serviced. But every year, just kind of take them and flip your fire extinguishers. That keeps the innards loose, and it'll keep them working. So we'll get this one serviced and recertified, and it'll be good to go on the boat. So that is what we have as far as safety equipment on Free Spirit and Dingleberry. So yeah, so I think I'm going to use the first aid kit now. We tried to help a boat that just came in. He had stuck rudders and he was banging the dock pretty good. So I'm feeling sore, so I think I'm going to go in the first aid kit and get some ibuprofen. Make sure to hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys a little farther down the canal. See ya.